Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to be talking about addiction, and I'm also going to be discussing key points on addiction. And towards the end of the video, I will be giving my opinion on addiction and what could lead up to a crime event or a crime being committed. In 2013, approximately 1.5 million arrests were related to drugs. 82% was in possession of a controlled substance, and 1.5 were individuals who were sent to federal prison for a drug convicted felony. Addiction can happen for a lot of reasons. A person could become addicted to a drug simply because they grew up around a drug, or it could be because they were at a party and they decided to hang out with their friends and their friend had drugs, so they decided to try it for the first time. It could be because they live in poverty and they don't have another option but to sell possibly the drugs, and then they become addicted to the drug. Drug-related crimes can happen for a number of reasons. In the class text, it states that there are three categories. The first category is a crime that's committed as a result of being under the influence of the drug. Another possibility is withdrawal system, which means that a person is having withdrawal symptoms that cause them to commit a crime because they're still under the influence of the drug. That could also instigate a factor as well, or it could be a factor. The second category is the basic need of the drug. So, in other words, what that means is that a person needs a drug. So, what do they do to get the drugs? They can commit numerous crimes. One of the crimes that they can commit is robbery. They can go and rob a store for money because they need the money to buy their drugs because they no longer have any more. They could cause harm by doing this because they could rob a person on the street and hurt them if, like, say, per se, the person doesn't want to give up their purse or something. The third category is participating in the business of drug trafficking. That could mean many things. It could mean that people are involved in money laundering. It could be people that are involved in political corruption. It could also be bribery, people that bribe people, and it could be extortion as well. Now, I'm going to be giving my opinion based off of the book text and what I read on addiction and how it could be responsible for a crime. As the book states, if you're under the influence of any narcotic, it can cause anybody to commit a crime to another person. For example, they could be responsible for a homicide because they're under a drug influence, and at the time they have no idea what they're doing or what they did because they're so doped up on a narcotic or on a drug. Another possibility that people that are under the influence of a drug most of the time have no idea where they're at or what it is that they're doing, or sometimes depending on the drug that they're using, they think that they're on another planet or they're in their own world that's not here in the present. They think that they're somewhere else. Therefore, that can lead up to a crime, especially if they're around other people and other people have no idea what they're on. Some of these drugs are dangerous because you don't know how that drug affects a person. You don't know what it's doing to their body. You don't know really anything about the drug or what its side effects, because every side effect is different depending on the person. Some people have more tolerance. Some people have more tolerance to a drug than another person would. It's just like alcohol. Some people are lightweight and other people can tolerate more alcohol than others. That's just an example to give based on a drug. Unfortunately, that could lead up to a crime as well, being under any drug substance, because then we don't know how a person is going to respond to it. So that could lead up to committing numerous of crimes depending on what's going through their mind at the time.